Oh, go back! Get in! This is Pairs, the Patreon Early Access Rebalancing session, where Northwood test runs update ideas for both bugs and if the changes actually work to improve the game of SCP Secret Laboratory. Everything in this beta is subject to change, but some things are guaranteed, such as SCP-079 previously being promised to get the nuke ability, and I can't see them not adding additions such as this lore to the game. The first change that I experienced was the subtle change in the elevator's sound design, which this quickly snowballed into me discovering that there are new sound effects added to every single gate and door across the entire facility. Okay then. I will also be showing you a sneak peek of the new SCP being added into the game at the end of this video. Jesus, my frame rate went to shit! No! Then, I encountered the new SCP-049 sound effects, which are some of my favorite and the weirdest ones that they have added for sure.
Yeah, stay close to me. Yeah, I'm gonna make. Listen, I'm making a salad here, all right?
Yeah, salad.
Yeah, it's a crispy salad, all right? There we go.
Oh, look at the salad.
95% of gamblers quit before they make it big.
And with that helpful statistic, here is what fighting the new 049 is like. 049, that is containment. We need backup. He's breached. He's retreating.
Reloading.
He's in 106 containment. 106 containment. Ah! I'm applying medical treatment. 049 has touched me. I repeat, 049 has touched me. I'm good. I'm applying medical treatment. Oh, I'm good, boys. I'm good. Now, if you couldn't hear it clearly from the previous examples, here's an isolated version of 049's new sounds. Oh my god. Oh, I can hear my heart rate. It's going down, Lars. I'll see you.
He's building up. What the fuck? Hey! Oh, what the hell?
Also, can't forget the hum of the doctor's call ability.
Follow me. Oh, it's this map. To the right. Look down.
Oh my god. I don't think I triggered him, but I was looking at the back of his head.
I look straight at him.
Hey, 9 chicks, you sexy looking mother.
Hello, buddy.
Hey, man.
See you later, 096.
Alright.
Oh, what the f? He died.
Follow me. To the left. Go back.
I think there's a lot more.
No!
What's the initial thoughts on the respawn things?
I mean,
Not official yet.
it's alright.
So if you have no clue to what he is talking about, basically Northwood is experimenting with a complete overhaul of their respawn system. They literally wrote 3 pages of explanation on how the new system works. But don't worry, I will easily summarize it for you so you can still leave a like on the video. There is now an interface that shows when you will respawn and which team will spawn next. You can also unlock new mini spawn waves by completing objectives. Completing these tasks will also speed up your team's next spawn wave, as well as make more people spawn inside of the spawn wave. When a new wave is spawning, the other team can't spawn and the timers freeze. There's also a priority queue on who will be chosen to be in the next spawn wave, and by the way, there are now consequences to killing cuffed players. So for God's sake, stop frickin' shooting my detained D-class on surface. You know exactly who you are. Continuing, the MTF spawn timer starts 3 minutes faster than the Chaos Insurgency one. Then, on top of all of this, if the game does get dragged out to the point where neither team can spawn in, it will trigger an unstoppable version of the nuke. Northwood may only be experimenting with adding auto nuke, but many servers already use a plugin version of this to keep rounds from stalling for too long. Auto nuke basically is an unstoppable version of the alpha warhead, which will force all living players to surface, keeping anyone from hiding and delaying the round. That all being said, playing with the spawn wave changes, I found the game pace was a lot smoother, and never had auto nuke be triggered more than maybe once or twice. And with that, I spent so much less time in Spectator, and the rounds, they felt like they had such better pacing. I can't emphasize enough how much more enjoyment is brought to the game with better pacing. The fact that in the testing version they also made 100% of the Chaos as targets to the SCPs also improved the game by making it more obvious who you should be fighting. The one potential downside found with this increase in spawn waves and the SCPs having to fight 100% of the Chaos is that it would be slightly more difficult for SCPs to win the game. I'm just trying to get to the lore board though, Jesus. Aha, lore board.
Okay.
October 1989, Alpha 01 dispatch to terminate newly discovered Colorado nest. Starting on the left-hand side, we have found roaming outside Site 19, a image of... Friday, September 29th, 2006. Man found dead in forest. seventh victim among a string of bizarre homicides. During the early hours of the morning, a yet unidentified body was found in the woodland outskirts of redacted Colorado. The victim appears to be a young adult male. The cause of death has been identified as numerous deep puncture wounds to the skull. The cause of death is consistent with what authorities are believing is a string of murders throughout the redacted area. Beginning from July, 6 previous victims were reported missing from their homes. Their bodies would be found in neighboring woodland areas, with similar puncture wounds to the skull. Witnesses report no loud noises or signs of disturbance. 45-year-old victim Bianca Hamilton was alleged to have voluntarily left her home after midnight, calling out for her son who had died the year prior. Only 5 of the 6 previous victims' bodies have been recovered. Harper, redacted, who was reported missing on July 12th and is believed to be the first victim, remains missing with no body yet recovered. Originally thought to be animal attacks, the proximity and circumstances of these deaths leads authorities to believe that these attacks are deliberate, serial homicides.
We know what happened to your sister. The Foundation are responsible, but we can help you. We can reunite you with her. You know where to find us.
Mallory. That's right, sir. She was just wandering around with a flashlight and a radio before we found her. No, of course not. If she was armed, we would have shot her as per orders. No, sir. She claims the radio is for an emergency. Destroy it? Yes, of course, sir. Interrogation log. Subject Charlie. Hello, Charlie. I hope your stay here hasn't been too uncomfortable. We have a few questions we'd like to ask, if you don't mind. Well, that's why I'm here, isn't it? Get on with it, so I can see my sister, whatever she is now. Yes, of course. Actually, about your sister. You two grew up together, that much I know. We also know that she isn't your biological sister. So how did you two meet? I don't really remember it myself, but Mom always used to tell the story about how she found this lonely, dirty baby girl out near Sawtooth. We found her, even took her to the local sheriff's office, but nobody could claim that child was theirs. Eventually, we adopted her as my sister. I remember her first day of school. She had such an Thank you. That's all I needed to know. Now, onto a more important topic. How did you and your sister both happen to stumble into one of our most secure sites in the middle of a catastrophe? One of you, I might understand. Perhaps there was a noise or some other event that caught your attention? I don't want to believe you came here maliciously. I'm on your side, but I have to prove to my higher-ups that this is all one big misunderstanding, so you can go home. The subject noted a pause for a significant amount of time before answering. Ever since she killed all those people, I've been trying to find her. I've searched hundreds of forests. It's been 20 years, and I've only seen her a handful of times. She's in pain and confused. I want to know what happened to her, what you did to her. The only real way I can ever find her is the nonsense she speaks, and the random screaming. When I finally located her last night, there was a lot of screaming. Thank you, Charlie. That will be all for now. Would you like some water, or perhaps something to eat? No, thank you. After all this, I'm just tired. Interrogation log.
They already know! Is that here? Is that here?
That's so cool. The grenade got some though. Since you've made it this far into the video, I want to give you a chance to win Northwood's SCP-173 plushie. That's right, Northwood released a new plushie that is only available for about 1 more week. Due to it being the Christmas season, I want to give back to you guys. So leave a comment if you want your very own instance of SCP-173. Aww.
Who wants candy?
Yay!
Candy!
Any new lore here? No.
Got no new lore here, sadly.
What about on the whiteboard inside of the room down here?
The PC-15? Yeah, I want to check that.
All biological
Oh my god. It would be
Oh
cool if
my
it's on the
God.
back. Yeah, you guys got this. There's only 10 of them. I'm gonna look at the lore in 99's room. Research report. Case designation AMN C2889-939. Article 4. Chemical study of SB-939-168's amnestic properties. Compound A. Carbon monoxide. Detected via gas analysis. Substance C2889-939 extracted from SB-939-168 and transferred directly into analysis machine. The subject decayed. Compound B. Benzodiazepines. Benzodiazepines. Detected via autopsy. Sedatives suspected from survivor recounts. Various benzodiazepines confirmed during autopsy report. Requires further analysis. Compound C. AMN SCP-227-939, detected via comparative analysis. Data comparisons on emitted gas and samples from former SCP-939 instances confirm the presence of the original gas. Compound D, S/19-13, detected via microscope analysis. Solidified gas remnants analyzed for trace amounts of aerosolized version of sample S/1913. The results were inconclusive. Compound E, redacted. SCP-939-168's gas seems to work by affecting the minds of its victims through yet unknown processes. Produced substances cause victims to forget that any instance of SCP-939 exists, effectively making it invisible to them. Victims display traits of severe cognitive and kinesthetic inhibition, acknowledged effects of disorientation, and temporary loss of muscle memory. Trace amounts of known compounds have been identified within the gas. An anomalous compound, AMN-C2889-939, acts as the main active compound. All attempts to isolate the gas have resulted in failure. AMN-C2889-939 refuses to bond to any substance provided. Radiographic studies have not yet yielded any meaningful results. The amnestic gas is seen to disperse in the air. The gas compounds rapidly break down in reaction with the surrounding particles. No substances have been confirmed to be the cause of this reaction. The residuant substance does not present typical signs of oxidation. Further study is required. Now on to the new SCP released by Northwood. SCP-1344, the Eye-Catching Goggles. SCP-1344 is a pair of anomalous goggles that contains two sharp hollow needles hidden on each side of its frame. When worn, both needles will embed themselves within the optic nerve of the wearer's eyes to produce abnormal abilities of perception, resulting in temporary blindness. Once total blindness subsides, the user will gain the ability to perceive the positions of all living humans and SCPs through walls. Only one instance of SCP-1344 can spawn per game, placed within an SCP item pedestal. 5 seconds after equipping SCP-1344, the player will be inflicted with the status effect SCP-1344 and Blindness. This status effect will place a floating, class-colored orb above all living players, which can be seen through walls within a 15-meter radius, similar to SCP-096. SCPs will have a significantly larger orb than human players, with the exception of SCP-049-2. The orbs become increasingly translucent beyond 15 meters and will disappear entirely at 20 meters. Upon losing direct line of sight, a 20-second timer will begin. The timer resets if the player again falls under the SCP-1344's user's direct line of sight. SCP-1344 is also special in the fact that you can see the people who use the hat. You can see SCP-106 while he is stalking under the ground. You can see SCP-939 while it's under the effects of the amnestic cloud. You can see players in blacked out rooms, and it provides immunity to the flash status effect from flashbangs, though perceiving SCP-173's orb does not stop its movement. Once SCP-1344 is equipped, the player will instantly receive 100% blindness, causing their entire screen to turn black, with the exception of the user interface. The status effect operates on a scale from 0 to 100, which will slowly be removed across the course of 45 seconds. However, if you use SCP-500, it will instantly remove this effect to the minimal value. The minimum value of the opacity meter is 15%. Once it reaches this value, it will remain that way for the rest of the round. Though, if at any point the user attempts to remove SCP-1344 while it's in use, an animation will play out removing the goggles from their point of view. Once removed, the goggles will extract the eyeballs from the player model, resulting in permanent blindness of the player and the bleeding status effect. At this point, all hope is lost, and attempting to reuse 1344 will be all but futile. Now, before most of the changes in this video release, we will be able to enjoy the upcoming Christmas event in SCP Secret Laboratory. I can't tell you much about the event, but what I can say is this winter event is going to be very pink.
I got a new life. I got a new chance.
Watch us just instantly die right here. Are you kidding me?